Evening, guys and gals. This is Brandon with Dark Pine Outdoors again. The reason why you can't hardly see me is because I'm trying to set up my phone. It's been a hot minute since the first video, and that's because I wanted to do a video hunting, but guess what? The days I kept trying to make videos, either I would forget to start recording first thing, or it was just a bad day of hunting. And each video I tried to start was a wash. And turns out this whole deer season was a wash because I didn't get nothing. Which, this season is not over for me because I probably will still try to bow hunt. And I'll probably try to record that. Right now, we are going to be taking the battery out of this Honda Foreman of mine, and we're going to take it and go get a new one. Probably won't see the journey or nothing like that. I don't really know what all I'm going to actually show in this video, other than after we get the new battery in, get the full fired up, pull it out, probably wash it, clean it up, and make her look pretty again. I meant to show actually meant to record Sunday because I took apart all the plastics and I took off the speakers I had on here and the light bar. The reason why is because I had something drawing power, and I don't know what it was. And so this battery was not staying charged. I've only had this battery for little over a year, and almost every time I've came out I've had to try to charge it and then start it, and it was not working for me. I'd like to be able to come out here and just start up my four-wheeler and ride it. And I think all them add-ons that I did definitely did not help, but hey, you know, it was a time where I was trying to make my four-wheeler look good and going to mud events and whatnot, and wanted music and wanted to be able to see when my headlights got all muddy. But there we go, just like that. And pull these out. I always keep the nuts and bolts from these batteries just because you never know when you might need them. Come in handy with a few little things that I have yet to find out what they'll come in handy for, but I always learn from my dad and grandpa. Keep, you know, nuts, bolts, screws, whatever. You'll eventually find a use for them. Battery box is actually a lot cleaner than I thought it would be. But yeah, I pulled off all the wiring. I pulled off the light bar, pulled off the speakers. I thought about pulling off the underglow. The only thing is how I have them mounted underneath each fender would be a hell of a chore. So I just figured leave them, just don't hook them up. And then if I ever want them, I can just hook them up and be able to use them. But yeah, we're gonna get a new battery for this thing. It'd be nice if this battery would still work and be able to be charged, but I left it on the charger for a good while Sunday, and kapoots, nothing. And I mean, I was able to jump start it and ride it, hoping that maybe running it some would help put a charge in that battery. That still did not help. We still have the issue of losing coolant. Now, I think I have it narrowed down on why it's losing coolant. But that's just gonna be more money I gotta spend. As of right now, once we get it where the battery's holding charge, then we'll worry about the coolant issue. Y'all can see coolant reservoir, it's about halfway full right now. Where it's losing all the coolant is right where your hose goes to the bottom of the radiator. That's where it's leaking at, and it looks like it's dripping all the way down. And so what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to take off that hose, get a whole new hose, run one solid hose all the way from the radiator to the motor. Now, to the motor. Anyways, problem is, right now is I have 2 hoses doing that job, and I have that little adapter right in the middle, that nipple. And so there's 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 clamps, you know, from the radiator going to the motor right there. That just too much. I need to just get 1 solid hose all the way from the radiator to the motor, and that should be good. Now, the reason why I knew that battery definitely needed to be changed out, other than, yeah, it wouldn't start after being charged forever, and after I turned it off after running it, it still wouldn't start, is because I couldn't even reel in my winch while it was running, because it tried to kill the four-wheeler. So, yeah, I'll pick y'all back up after we get the new battery, and when we're putting it in, we'll see if this puppy starts, and then we'll have to clean it, because it's been a hot minute. I still have blood. Well, I still have I won't say that. I still have red ooze from the last deer I killed on it. So, yeah, I'll pick y'all back up then. I forgot to mention, we do have a new toy on the property. Not mine, but my dad's. And it would be a toy that we might get a little content while using. And being that I'm such a big Honda fan and have converted my dad to being a Honda fan, my mom went ahead and bought him a Honda Pioneer 700 4-seater for Christmas. Now, it is a used machine. Doesn't have actually that many miles on it. It only has like 164 miles on it, which isn't bad. It's 2017, but greatest thing about a used machine is no sales tax. And let's be honest, the government taxes us enough, so if we can skip out on some tax, might as well do it. And also, the price difference between this and a brand new one is like a big amount. So, yeah. And I mean, the machine looks brand spanking new. I mean, even the bed. Previous owner put these speakers in here. Has a light bar. Has a rope winch. And then even on the back, right there, it has these pods. And so, I mean, if you're, you know, in the woods, it's getting late, you know, it's pretty dark and you need to back up, it's kind of nice to be able to flip on some lights and be able to see behind you, and especially side by side, to be able to back up. But yeah, y'all probably be getting some videos of us cruising around in this thing. We may switch out these tires with the ones that are on my four-wheeler, because that tread pattern on those tires are very aggressive. My dad really doesn't like them. I actually really like them, especially being that most of the riding I do is in the mud with my four-wheeler. And plus I really like the rims, and being that we both have Hondas, the bolt pattern's the same, so we may switch out the tires. Now, the thing is, it's really crazy, and I think it's just an illusion, but those tires look smaller than the ones that are on my four-wheeler, but they're a size bigger than the ones that are on my four-wheeler. So we will actually probably do a video of us switching out those tires and seeing which one he likes better on that side by side. And yeah, so yeah, I'll pick y'all back up whenever we get the battery, put it in the four-wheeler, and fire her on. My goodness, just for replacing that battery on that four-wheeler, prices on batteries have went up. Prices on everything's went up, but batteries, oh my goodness, no longer they last anymore. It was $134 with only a 6-month warranty. Now, I got it from O'Reilly's, but good night. I need to just order a Honda battery next time. But yeah, I ended up getting the Super Start Power Sport AGM battery. And I mean, I guess we'll see how it goes, but good. That hurt. That hurt paying for that. They should not be that much for a four-wheeler battery. I remember when it was like, what, $65 to $80 for a four-wheeler battery? Nothing. I buy batteries every day if I wanted to. But no, this shit is ridiculous. All right, guys and gals, we got the battery finally sitting in the four-wheeler. I ain't got it hooked up yet. It is the next day since I bought it. What is nice about this battery is it has the nuts already in there and set, so I don't have to worry about holding one in there while screwing in the screw to hold on the connectors for the battery. So that made it a whole lot nicer to hook this joker up. Now, if this battery hooks up just fine is the question now, because the connector from the four-wheeler itself looks different. And I think we're gonna have issues. The ground will hook up just fine, it looks like. I see, it looks like. Let's see if we can, that won't go over any further. Maybe the battery could be scooted over just a hair. Yeah, so that will not work either. So maybe we can turn it. No, that ain't gonna work as well. You gotta be joking. I don't know how in the world I don't think it hurt flattening out the tabs. Alright, so we couldn't flatten out the connectors, so I got it started. We're just gonna, we got the screws started, I mean. We're just gonna cinch them down as much as we possibly can and see if it works. Now, only thing is there's a bit of a gap. It's not super flush. I've kind of needed to get my drill probably to be able to put some oomph to it to get it cinched down tighter. But we're gonna make it work with just a regular old screwdriver. And that one is as tight as I'm gonna get it by hand. And that one is as tight as I'm gonna get it by hand. I mean, that might work for now. I don't see why it wouldn't. We're gonna see if this bad boy will fire up just like that. So we're gonna turn it on. It's got power. It works. I don't see how that's gonna hurt anything, do y'all? I mean, I'm gonna roll with that for now. I mean, I might later on get me a pair of pliers, flatten out that metal piece so that I ain't gotta worry about it not sitting flush. But I mean, it sounds to me like we got us a four-wheeler going. So we're gonna slide it back together real fast. Back on, plastic on the back is back on. Only thing is I got to get my winch back up because it gets stuck. Now, because the battery was so dead, it does not let me spool it back up. Now, I see a lot of people go with rope winches. I went with a cable because that's just what I'm used to, and I'm thinking now I'm probably gonna go with the rope one. So, without further ado, let's pull this old girl out of the building. That'll work. That will work just fine. I like that. So, I think what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna get some of this car washing stuff that I have somewhere in this building in a sponge, and if I can find an empty bucket, and we're gonna try to wash this thing down real fast. So I'll pick y'all back up when we start washing. All right, well, we have some pressure washers on the property, but we're just gonna do this old fashioned way because I don't feel like setting one of them up right now. So I might speed this up a little bit. Well guys, we got the four-wheeler back up and running. We got it washed. We just have a few small things to take care of it, such as the radiator hose. We want to get a new hose on it because I'm pretty sure it's just the hose that's causing the leaking issues of the coolant. But other than that, cooler's ready to go. Now we just gotta go find some places to go ride. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one.